Hello and welcome back to Litigator's Lounge, devoted to the intricacies of commercial litigation with Offit Kurman's commercial litigators. I'm Niall McMillan, and joining me today is Anders Sleight. Anders, welcome back.
Niall, thank you. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Understand you had a topic you wanted to speak with us about today, depositions. So what tips can you offer to prepare for when you're answering questions in deposition?
Yeah, thanks, Niall. Depositions are important. They can form the basis of your trial, right? So if you're going forward on a claim, whether you're on the plaintiff side, or defense side, or you're not involved in the case at all, maybe you're a non-party, your deposition testimony can form the basis for your testimony that may occur during the trial, right? So you need to make sure that whatever you say during the deposition, number one, is the truth, the honest truth, nothing but the truth, but your trial testimony needs to conform to that. So a couple of tips for everybody. Number one, listen carefully to each question. And a lot of times attorneys will ask long-winded questions with many different subparts or topics. So just listen carefully to the question that's asked for you. Make sure that you understand the question. Wait for the attorney to finish speaking before you answer the question. That gives you time to ensure that you understand the question and that you don't answer it prematurely. Second tip, I would say, just take your time. There's no rush, and the transcript is not going to reflect if you took 3 or 4 or 5 seconds to think before you answer the question. More importantly, your attorney may have an objection that they may want to raise in respect to one of the questions, right? So that objection may be attorney-client privilege or some other objection to the form of the question. So take a pause before you answer each question. You don't need to rush into answering a question. Number 3, just answer only the question that is asked of you. So if you're asked, what color is the sky? Blue. End it right there. You don't need to expound upon that. Just give the answer to the question that's asked. A lot of times I see witnesses in a deposition expand and give more information than is called for in the question. And then that will only lead to follow-up questions from the attorney that's taking the deposition. All you need to do is just answer the question that is asked of you. Most importantly, you need to be honest and accurate in your answers. Remember, these questions and the testimony that you give in a deposition can come back and be used against you at the trial if there's any inconsistency in your trial testimony compared to your deposition testimony. So you need to be honest, you need to be accurate with your answers. If you don't know an answer to a question, don't guess or speculate. You should answer the question honestly, I don't know, or I don't remember precisely, right? So you want to provide truthful, factual answers to each question to the best of your ability.
That's great to know. And it sounds like when you're up there at deposition, you're kind of there on your own with your attorney there to object, but what value can an attorney add beforehand to help you prepare for a deposition?
Preparation is crucial. Too often we see clients or parties that want to understandably minimize time and costs associated with preparing for the deposition. But if you're not prepared, it can be a fast-paced environment once you get in there, right? So you need to sit down with your attorney or your counsel, go over the topics that you might expect to be asked about, right? Go over the allegations in the lawsuit, any defenses asserted, go over your prior discovery responses. Those will surely be raised. Any key documents that form the part of the case. You need to be familiar with key dates, key persons, right? Key events, right? Those sorts of issues, because you'll surely be asked about them. And if you don't know key dates or key information, your credibility will be lacking. So prepare with your attorney. The attorney can sometimes do a mock deposition with you, run through questions that you might expect to receive. And you want to be able to know answers to questions that you can reasonably expect to receive and how you might answer them. The attorney's role is not to coach you on your answers, right? But to guide you through the process, letting you know what you might expect and when objections may be raised to certain questions. So work with your attorney, listen to their advice, and take time to sit down with them before the deposition so that you are not unsurprised by what happens once you're in the crucible.
Thank you, Anders. I appreciate that. Depositions are a key part of the litigation, so that's good information to know. Thank you for joining us. Offit Kurman is a full-service law firm with offices from coast to coast providing litigation services regarding employment, financial services, construction, government contracting, business dispute matters, and much more. Please reach out to me or Anders if you have any litigation matter that requires your attention. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.